Come on, say hi and welcome to another Kung Fu video. Very simple Kung Fu lesson here from the Kung Fu Tapes archive. Okay, so in this video I'm just going to show you a few simple hand techniques, okay? So with the footwork, just stepping very naturally with the footwork here, you can of course bend your knees slightly. The idea is that we've got this centre line down the middle. Now, taking some principles here from Wing Chun, which is Yung Tun Chuan, as I say, is a very useful thing to do because it's a very practical system, and that's what I often do so much training on my Wing Chun, okay, with the straight punches, the blocks, all that there. Now, the techniques of Wing Chun are very, very useful, as I say. But what we're doing here is we're going into a natural kind of flow, and I'm just going to show you a few different things. Flowing with the hands in a natural way. Also taking some techniques from Tai Chi, as I say. I'll explain a few things with them. So I'm standing here now. You can of course fight on the side. Okay, you can fight on the side. When I'm facing an opponent, I don't necessarily have to face them like this straight on in the centre. Even though it's a great thing to do, it's often good to be on a side stance like that. So I'm taking a simple step forward with one foot, my right foot's leading, so my right hand is leading. The other hand's back here. I can bend my knees slightly, a bit of a base. So let's just look at the hands for a moment in a natural kind of way. If I'm standing here on the side, if someone comes to throw a punch at me, so if someone's literally with the lead hand punching, let's say on this side, someone's punching towards me on this side, to my body or to my head, okay? So they're coming to push me or grab me, the hand's coming out, right? What I want to do is I want to kind of mirror them. So as they're coming to me, I don't necessarily want to be blocking like this on the inside. I can do this. I can block down or out this way, or just put my hand up like that and come in. But I don't really want to be on the inside so that when I'm blocking against one hand, his other hand can come and hit me. I want to make sure that I'm treating this whole guy here, this person in front of me, like a danger. Like it's someone riding towards me on a bicycle. I want to move to the side, move my whole body, right? I want to let the whole thing pass. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be still left there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I want to make sure that everything's off the line of fire. So, meaning, it doesn't matter what hand I block with, I would preferably like to kind of step a bit to the side, off the angle. So as he's going to hit me, I'm punching towards my face, let's say, I can parry here. See, not bringing my hand too far back, I can go here, and then with this here already chambered back, I can then twist as I'm parrying and hit him in the gut. Now I could just stand here or to the face. As I parry, I'm going to strike. Looking on the front now, if you're facing me on the front here, and we're facing like this, you see, if you throw a punch with this hand on this side, I'm going to move away from that and hit on the inside. If you're facing this here, you see, and you come to hit me on with this hand or this side, you see, if you hit with the other hand, I'm going to move this way to cover it across, to block against your arm, the outside of your arm, or your elbow or your wrist. You see? The most important thing is I'm going to move and slightly turn a little bit, see? All this way. So the danger's passing here. I don't really want to be in the middle here, blocking, preferably, but if possible. Sometimes you have to, but I don't want to be just doing a block like that with my arm, so just covering, or out, or just here, even, or down here. I don't want to be blocking against your arm, and then your other hand can come around and get me, the other hand. I want to move so that when you come at me with two punches, whatever you're coming at me with, throwing with the hands, everything's going to move past. It's like a juggernaut lorry just going straight past. So I'm taking a small step to the side, and I'm bringing my other foot as well. I'm not going to leave my foot out there. Like if I'm in the middle of the street and there's a bike or a car coming towards me, I'm not going to step in this direction, you know what I mean, and leave my foot there for the car to run. I'm going to bring that foot as well. Not a mile away, but just like a small distance here. I'm going to turn in. As I'm doing this, I can even just avoid your punch and throw a hook punch to your head if I wanted to, see? Coming around, see? This is a guard. This hand's guarding here. So if you're going to hit me to my body, I could block to the side, and here, this is one of the traditional techniques like in Wing Chun, doing this, or to the side here. So blocking, and this hand can come in, it could be a straight punch towards your head. So in boxing, it's a similar thing. You're moving here, you're slipping and hooking, right? So I'm covering here, protecting my body or my head, and doing the technique. So I'm covering. So however I'm going to cover, whether I'm going to do an outer blocking motion or an inner motion, I'm moving away. If someone's coming at me with a stabbing motion with a sword, or coming straight down with a sword, see, on this center line, I want to move out the way. I don't want to, move with this here, and then, I don't want to be like on the inside here, so that something's still able to get caught. I want to move my whole self, so out of the way. So if we were two samurai in ancient days, and you're coming at me with a sword, I would have a sword too, and I would move and parry with that sword, my two hands, see, and then come straight in. It's the same with your two hands, see. So I'm doing different things. I might parry your attack and come in with a strike of my own, see, or I might parry on this side and then hit with another strike from the outside, or to your body, your gut, or your head, see. And various techniques like that. I'm still using my two hands. It's as though my two hands are holding a sword. You see, it's like we're fighting. So this brings me on to other techniques. If I'm facing on the front and someone's going to hit my body, I can parry down, block down against the arm. Someone's going to hit me. If they're on this side, I cover with that hand. If you're coming on this side, then I'm also going to use this side. So I match the same side of what you're using. If you're using that hand, I'm not going to reach over and block over there, and your other hand comes and hits me, see? So I'm going to block whatever. So it's coming here, my body, I can block, and this hand can come and strike him back out. Either hand, if I'm on this side, see, you want to hit me, I might turn slightly, or I might just block down and come straight forward with that strike, which you'll find in Wing Chun too. You also do a back fist too, so coming over. See, from the front here, I can block down and strike over, or just across like that. And see, these are useful techniques. Other techniques you'll find are when a hand's coming to hit me, let's say, I might block out like that, blocking, and then from there, with wrist to wrist, I can then tap that other hand down. So I'm blocking against your wrist before it hits my face. I stop your hand. You're going to punch me in the face. I block. Let's say you're on this side, okay, here, and you're going to use this arm. And that's coming, think about that, okay, so that hand's coming towards me, I'm blocking. I could block on the inside and strike you there, but let's say I'm hitting with it, I'm blocking here. It stops on the wrist. Now this hand here blocks the elbow down, it snaps down, and then this one can come straight in. I can come for a chopping motion here. We can do various different other techniques too, like stepping in and doing takedowns and things. Okay, so like from here, blocking, and then coming across here. But it's hard to show you without an opponent here, or a partner here, and someone to show you with another person. But it's just stopping their hands and coming in with that counter. Learning how to control where your wrists are, where the arms are, feeling the opponent's elbows. Okay. Even with chopping motions like this and rolling, what you're really doing is you're learning how to use your wrists and stop the arms, and you're meeting what's coming, stopping. You're actually using your arms like swords, like Steven Seagal said, using your arms like swords. Your hands, you're chopping with strong arms and hands to, do the work. Okay? My teacher used to talk about heavy hands. You're training with the heavy hands. So I put all that weight, you're very relaxed, soft, okay? But you're hurting the guy's arm basically with conditioning, so he doesn't want to hit you anymore anyway. He comes to hit you, you chop down on his arms, or you block, and you, whatever's there, if he's got his face or his body's there, you strike him back. You're not just covering, you're actually hurting his arms with those blocks. Because if you parry and you just cover, he can still come in and hit you again. So you want to make sure you're actually hurting if you can too, with those inner blocks, outer blocks, whatever it's going to be. Palm strike's got to work. A punch's got to work. back fist or chop's got to work, right? And then in closer range, obviously you've got things like the elbow, the front part of the flat part here, bang. From the side you might use the point of the elbow here. Let me just show you one more thing while we're here. This respect in the Kung Fu we do, you'll sometimes see techniques in Tai Chi and other arts where one hand's like, maybe like a grabbing technique, so it's like a grab of the wrist. When you see like the crane, for example, or the Tai Chi here, when you have the hand grabbing, clasping. Even in long fist wushu you'll see it, and in Hong Gar with the fist like this. See, they use these techniques with the palms in different positions, the palms, the fists, different grabbing, the tiger, the crane, the hooking of the hands, even in Mantis too. But there's this soft essence here. When you see this technique, so if someone's going to come and hit me or grab me, I might grab his wrist from the outside. That's what this represents basically. So from this here, it's like this kind of thing. So usually left palm over the right fist for respect. The left hand similar too. You can do this for in techniques I'm saying. But this hand, this palm goes over the top of this. It's like a fist. See? It's like I'm here. Like I'm holding a sword also, see? Or a stick, but it's like here. So this represents grabbing the hand, rolling over the top. So if someone's going to hit me here, I might grab his wrist and this might come over the top. And the palm strike with this part, or with this part, or the whole edge here and the arm coming across, or even a lock. So this is like all together with the hips and here, straight motions. And you can do them in a small way too here, see? So it could be like one hand on the wrist, one on the elbow, pushing across, locking down, coming across here. I might grab here, see? I might grab his hand and then come low. So this kind of thing actually works. And you can open up so both palms or both fists too. So you have to get used to doing these positions, the tiger claw, the soft kind of palms, the stronger ones here, the fist, different parts of the fist, the hook, and all that, and know how to use your arms, rounded positions or straight positions. See, I'll cover more on this as we go along in the future, okay? Thank you very much for watching. Train hard and stay safe.